Oops. Okay, it is that time. We have a small class today. Welcome in, everyone. Let me stop my transcription and my sharing. And let's get started. It's Core Sculpt and Stretch. Hello, Lisa. And I am Jen here in Houston, Texas. Let me, oops, pen. There we go. Hi, team. Welcome in. This is Core Sculpt and Stretch. My name is Jen here in Houston. We're going to start with a little warm-up. So just a nice little overhead reach, side to side. And give me that little bit of a rotation. We're just doing a quick, light warm-up just to get our blood flowing. And then we'll hit the mat for the remainder of our workout today. And let's take it to a little hip hinge. So hinging at the hips and straighten. Knees just slightly bent. Just warming up that core. Getting our blood flowing before we start our workout today. Happy Tuesday. A couple more here. Last one. Good, that's it for our warm-up. We're gonna kind of warm up as we go, starting with a core exercise. So on your mat, please. We've got about 30 seconds of each exercise, and we're just gonna go through these quickly. First one of my favorites, one leg straight, one leg bent. That tailbone is tucked under, please, before we even start. So that lower back is pressed into the mat, hands lightly behind your head, one leg straight. We're gonna crunch up. A little pause here when that leg is about even with that one, and then we'll take it back down. So it's a crunch up and pause. Here's our 30 seconds on the clock. Exhale on the crunch. Give me that little pause at the top. Nice, easy exercise to start with. Exhale and crunch up. So we have about 30 seconds on each exercise and really no rest in between. We're just gonna go right into the next one, and I'll explain it to you quickly as we go. Crunch up, pause at the top. Here's 3, 2, 1, and stay here. We're just gonna bring that knee in so it's a crunch in and extend. Crunch in, squeeze those abs and extend. Exhale, crunch in and straighten. Good. So we're starting with 8 30-second exercises for our core, and then we'll do a little stretch. So we're just gonna get that core burning. Maybe there's a better word for it than burning. Working. 3, 2, 1. Good. Right here and across. So straighten that leg, crunch across, squeeze those obliques, and straighten. Welcome in if you're joining us. We got right to it today. Very short warm-up, and we're getting right into the core work. So straighten that leg, crunch across, straighten, working those obliques right here. We have about 5 seconds right here. 3, 2, 1, and switch, other side. So one leg straight, we're crunching up. Give me that little pause at the top and back down. That tailbone stays tucked under, please. That's very important. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale on the way down. A little pause there at the top. Elbows stay nice and wide, please. Here's 3, 2, 1, and bring that knee in and crunch and straighten. Knee in and crunch and straighten. We're squeezing those abs at the top right there and straight. Squeeze those abs and straighten. Good. Exhale on that crunch. Make these purposeful, please. Squeeze those abs in straight. Good. Here's 3, 2, and across. So bring that knee in and crunch across and straight. Crunch across and straighten. Squeeze those abs. Exhale on that crunch. We're staying here for about 15 more seconds. And then we've got a side plank, one on each side, and that's our first round. So stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Onto that side, please. So we're in a side plank. That elbow goes under your shoulder. Feet are stacked if you can, or put one foot behind you like so. Or you can go from your knees. Ready? We have 30 seconds on the clock. You choose the option that works for you. And we're holding. Try not to hinge forward or lean back. We want to be hips stacked one above the other, feet stacked, knees stacked, and just a nice hold right here. We've got 30 seconds on that hold. We're halfway there. And about 8 seconds to go. We're going to quickly switch to the other side here in 5, 4, 3, 2, switch. Other side. Good. Elbow under your shoulder. 3, 2, begin. Nice straight line if you can. So we want to make sure we're not dipping down, and we don't want to tilt up too much. Nice and straight. You can raise that other arm if you like. We're halfway there already. Good. 10 seconds to go. Staying here. Hi, Linda. I see everyone in today. Hi, JP. Good to see everybody. 3, 2, 1. A little rest. So right here, whoops, right here, we're going to lay on your back, please. We're crossing 1 foot over. Pull that knee in towards your chest, and we're just holding. Such a nice hip flexor stretch, or outside of that hip, glute med. A few seconds here, and switch. It is called core sculpt and stretch. So I try and give you a few stretches in here, but I really love the core work, so that's mostly what we're going to do. So a couple stretches because I promised. And back to core. Okay, so starting back from the beginning. Here we go, 30 seconds each. So one leg is straight, one leg is bent. Starting our timer, begin. Crunching up, little pause at the top, and back down. Crunch up and pause, and down. Exhale and crunch. Keep those elbows wide, please. Exhale, crunch up. We're halfway there. That belly button stays drawn in, pushing down into the mat. 3, 2, 1. Stay here, but crunch that knee in and straight. Knee comes in and straighten. Crunch in, extend, curl in, squeeze those abs, and extend. These are purposeful. I want you to crunch, squeeze that core, squeeze, and extend. Squeeze those abs and straighten. Make it work. Meaning, don't just pull that knee in, but think about that squeeze. 3, 2, stay here and across. Rotate that shoulder towards that opposite knee. Give me that rotation. Good. Rotate. Squeeze those abs. Make that mind-muscle connection. Think about the muscles that we're working. Across and straight. Across and straight. We have 8 seconds, and then we switch to the other side. Are you contracting that core? 3, 2, 1. Other side. Straighten that leg. Tuck that tailbone under. Begin. Crunch up and down. It's a little pause at the top. Squeeze those abs. Good. Contract that core. Mind-muscle connection. Think about those abs doing all the work. Squeeze right there. Exhale on the crunch. 3, 2, stay here. Bring that knee in and straight. Squeeze and straighten. We do a lot of these in my classes, as you probably noticed. I like that it's easy to flow right into the next one with little explanation. Maximizes our time together. Squeeze those abs right there. Extend, crunch, extend. Keep those elbows wide. We want to make sure we're not pulling on our head, rather letting our core curl us up and across. So right here, across and straight. Rotate and straighten. Good. Exhale on that rotation. Bring that opposite shoulder towards that opposite knee instead of just the elbow. Rotate that torso, please. We have 15 seconds here, and then we're going to switch to that side plank. 30 seconds on each side, and then I'll give you a little stretch. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Right into that side plank. Onto your side. So feet are stacked, hips are stacked, and we're holding. You can always go to your knees here. You can stack one foot. We want those obliques to be feeling this work, please. And hold. We've got just a quick 30 seconds on each. And then we'll switch to the other side. I can't see my timer, I think. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Good. Other side. Elbow goes right under that shoulder, please. Stack those feet and hold. So we're holding, we're breathing. Arm can go up if you like. Leg can go up if you like. Add a little extra to that. Side plank, if you dare. And we're holding here. Don't forget to breathe. We've got about 10 more seconds to go. And then I'm going to give you that stretch. Here's 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. Onto your back. We're going to do a little lower back stretch. Arms go out to the side. One leg comes up. Let that leg get heavy and just fall across your body. So rotate that lumbar spine. Try and keep that shoulder pressed down into the mat. Nice little twist in that lower back. A little bit of the thoracic spine. And switch. Just a quick little stretch. Other side. So keeping that opposite shoulder pressed down into the mat, please. Our next round of core exercises, we're going to throw in a little bit of lower back. Very important. Definitely part of our core. It's going to keep our back strong, keep our posture up nice and straight, and just feeling good in general. Okay, so how we're doing that? With a plank for starters. So we're starting in that plank position. You choose. You can drop to your knees if you'd like. You can come up here on your hands. Either way, we've got just 30 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Just a nice hold. So that core is engaged. We're in a nice straight line. And we're breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Draw that belly button into your spine. We don't want our shoulders hunched up like so. I have to remind myself that sometimes. So shoulders are flat across the top. We have about 5 seconds to go. It goes by so fast. 3, 2, 1. Quickly into that bird dog. So we're on all fours. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to extend our right arm and left leg. Just a quick little pause and switch. So we're trying not to move much in our torso here. Keeping that back nice and flat and switch. So it's a nice quick pause and switch. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, left. Wait, what? Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. Does that make sense? I think so. One more each side. Good. Onto your back for Superman. So, I mean, you guys, I'm so confused today. Onto your stomach. Do as I say, not what I'm, you know what I mean. Up, Superman, up, and down. Up, pause, and down, and up, and down. If this is a little too intense, you can do right arm and left leg together. left arm and right leg together. You can alternate. For swimmers, either way, we've got about 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Flipping over onto your back. I think that's called your back. Yes, I took anatomy, lots of it. You just wouldn't know by listening to me today. So feet are close to your body, please. Nice and close, about hands width apart. And then we're tucking that tailbone under. Hands lightly behind your head. We're gonna crunch up as high as you can. And then I want just a little higher at the top and back down. We have 30 seconds here. So crunch up as high as you can, and then give me just a little higher and down. Crunching up, a little more, and down. We're here for 30 seconds. So it's kind of like a crunch with a little pulse at the top. Crunch and pulse and down. Crunch, pulse up and down. I have a fun surprise coming. Crunch up, pulse, and down. Our next 30 seconds, starting right here, is all pulses at the top. Crunch up and stay up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 30 seconds here. We only have one round of this, so I need you to stay with me. Extend those arms if you like. We're here for about 15 more seconds. As high as you can. Up, up, up. Relax that neck. Up, a little higher. Stay here. 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Rest. Extend those arms and legs. Reach opposite directions. Enjoy that little stretch. And we're rolling up. So put those heels on the floor. If you can, join me here. We're going to curl up slowly, slow and controlled, all the way to the top. Hinge forward. A little reach and stretch. And then let's take it back down. We're curving that spine. Tuck that tailbone under. And down nice, slow and controlled. And up. Curling up, slow and controlled, please. All the way to the top. Hinge forward. Give me that little hamstring stretch. Back down. Tuck that tailbone under. Nice, slow and controlled. Try not to just fall. And back up. Good. If this is a little too much for you, that's okay. You can do a little crunch up. You can curl up to right here and take it down slow. Stay with me. You do whichever works for you, and we'll just keep working on getting to that full roll up if you're not quite ready for it. If you are, stay with me. We have 3 more. Curve that spine. Oh, I forgot the little stretch. Oops, that's okay. We did enough of that, yeah? Back under. 1 more. Crunch up. Pause here. Tuck that tailbone under. And hold. We have a minute of bicycles to finish. So, right here, this is a nice quick one today. Come on, timer. Ready? 1 minute on the clock. Here and rotate. Rotate and rotate. You also have the option to put 1 foot on the floor and alternate sides. Gosh, this class goes by so fast. We have 2 grand finales today. This is one of them. I kind of tricked you, but we're going to make every minute count. So stay here with me. Rotate side to side. Bring that shoulder towards that opposite knee. Stay here. We have about 20 more seconds on this bicycle. That's 1 grand finale down. 1 to go. There's not 2 grand finales. That's why it's called a grand finale. Sorry. It's so good for us, though. 10 more seconds. This one got extended. I'm just cheating all over the place today. 3, 2, 1. Little rest. Good. Bring it up. Okay, team, here's our last minute of abs. I promise. This time. Now nobody believes me. Okay, 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Regular crunches. That's it. We're keeping it simple. So tuck that tailbone under, hands lightly behind your head. We're just crunching up and back down. 1 minute. Ready. Begin. Crunch up. I need this to be your best minute yet. You can extend those arms if you would like. Keep that neck relaxed. We're crunching up and up, up and up. Or hands lightly behind your head. Exhale on that crunch. I need those shoulder blades to come up off the mat, please. It's hard to talk during these if you're really pushing, and I want you to really reach as high as you can. We have 30 seconds from right here, crunching up and up, up and up. Here we go. Stay with me for this last little bit. We're going to finish with a nice little stretch. Get those shoulder blades up off the mat. Stay right here. We have 10 seconds to go. Can you crunch a little bit higher, a little higher? Stay here. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. And rest. Roll over for me. That was your second grand finale. Nice job, team. Onto your back. This is your stomach. I know that. Onto your stomach. So chest open, nice and tall. Oh, that feels good. Quick little scorpion stretch. So one foot comes up and across. So give me that little tap. We're going to let our hips come all the way off the mat. There's a few different ways to do that scorpion stretch. I like to just let your body kind of move however it feels comfortable and really get that full rotation instead of limiting. And limiting is fine. It makes it a little more specific of a stretch. But right now, we're just going to open up those hips, drop that foot up towards that hand, one more each side. Last one here. And sit and face me, please. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Give me that little neck stretch, drop that shoulder. What is this? Your head to your shoulder. Extend that arm. Feels like a Monday, right? No, just me? Switch sides. You got to go back to kindergarten. Sit up nice and tall. Give me that deep breath in. Reach over to the right. Nice work today, team. So quick. Deep breath in, reach up over to the other side. Deep breath in, reach up. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Nice job today. Thank you, Hannah. Such a lovely co-host. Thank you guys for joining me. And I look forward to seeing y'all next time. Thanks, team.
Nice class, Jen.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thanks, Linda.